He's now speaking in the locker room.
I remember second half, a minute 21 to go, having to suit back up.
I think we actually done that. I think we did that last year, if I'm not mistaken. No. I feel like I've done that last year. I gotta check back in.
I mean, what's the feeling for the starters in that situation? Obviously, you want to finish off the trip on the right note. But
Yeah, that's kind of the mindset right there, finishing off the trip on the right note. I mean, had a comfortable lead. Both teams kind of pulled their starters and put the bench in. We give up 3 threes, turnover. It comes to 5, 17 seconds. Hit their ball. I don't even think Ham even asked. I got up, Brian got up. We looked at each other. We both took our shirt off and was like, no, we gonna get a stop. And then if they foul, we'll make free throws and but it's a learning lesson, especially for our young guys, just coming in, staying ready, knowing that threes is the only way they can get back into a game, and make sure we're taking that away.
There were some teams on this trip that have been struggling a little bit, but you guys took care of business, 5-1. Those are starting to come out in this league. What did you like best about kind of your guys' approach?
Just taking one game at a time. Obviously, to start the trip, double overtime. And then to have the resiliency and the mental toughness to come in and beat Memphis. Talking to Indiana, kind of left that one slip. The last two were just, Toronto and I'm missing one. Brooklyn come out on fire on both ends of the floor, third quarter, turn the ball over, end up, closing the game out. But I think like a common thing, especially for like the last 3 games, playing with leads, especially late in the game, that seems to be a thing. We start off pretty good or had a third quarter where we create a lead and then usually let teams back into it. So we can't let that become a thing for our team, especially these last couple games ahead into the postseason. So, but for the most part, I mean, I like how we approach the road trip. It's a big road trip for us. With every team obviously is capable of beating us. Because they're high-powered offenses, but we came in and locked in defensively to be able to go 5-1 on the trip.
How's your face?
Good.
Thanks for listening to what happened.
It's called an elbow to the nose. That's it.
AD, only a couple minutes of the game, but like end of the first quarter, end of the third. Now trying to integrate games, so that group was small. Sometimes Jackson, his join, sometimes Rio. What's the challenge for you when you've already been in the quarter to anchor that? But just looking at those groups and that, and how do you maximize that with the rotation?
Obviously still trying to get integrated into the offense and our schemes and things like that. I mean, the ball's gonna be insane. He's a point guard. But he's still trying to find his rhythm, find his legs, hit a couple good looks in the 2 games that he played. But it's going to take time. I mean, he missed several months, right? Haven't really played all season, so that takes time, especially coming in and playing this time of the year. It'd be different if we, top seed, we're a little bit more comfortable where he can play a lot more minutes, but we don't really have a lot of room for error. So coming in and having to almost be perfect, you don't want to make any mistakes to cost us a game or anything like that. But we're trying to make him feel comfortable, work his way back into the offense and let him lead the troops when he's on the floor. But still trying to help him out, get him good looks, set good screens for him. My job to let him get downhill, get to his mid-range, which he likes to shoot, or his pull-up 3, or get down here and find guys. So I'm not sure they're playing for him like the next 5, but he looked good. 2 games that he played.
Lakers win the last game of the road trip in the nation's capital, back west for a few days off. We'll wrap things up next.